Our first comic is amazing. This is her first time on the Flapper stage, so if you guys can start clapping right now, make it loud, make it loud, make it loud. She is from Springfield, Illinois. Please put your hands together for Kathy Brennan, everyone.
Hello, yeah. I'm just fresh off the plane from Springfield, Illinois. I'm so glad to be here tonight. Flappers has been so welcoming. For a change, they didn't require me to buy a ticket because they assumed I was the mom of one of the younger comedians. Because all the other comedians are younger. Well, I can't blame them. I know it's this conservative older white lady mom look I've got going on. Pretty much since I was 10 years old. It's true, it's true, it's true, it's true. That's why you're laughing, because it's true. Yeah, it hits home. Yes, sirree. I look like a woman who feels like she cheated on her husband if she eats a Cracker Barrel without him. Also true. So I'm sorry, honey. I brought you some biscuits. It won't ever happen again. Oh my God. I try to dress up, put on more makeup to look sexy. I just end up looking like Elizabeth Warren at a wedding in Wisconsin. Or Mitch McConnell. Yeah. You know, people just... Well, I'll tell you, back in Springfield, I was voted the comedian most likely to remind you that your library books are overdue. I mean, everybody assumes I'm either a teacher or a librarian. It gets a little tiresome. I went to get a pedicure, and the guy looks up at me. He goes, "You a teacher?" I go, "Well, yes, I am. In fact, I teach exotic dancing. My stripper name is Hot Flash. And we're putting in a poll at the library if you want to come by." People get really turned on when I explain the difference between acronyms and abbreviations. If you throw in another $5, I'll bring in initialisms. Yeah, and people think I'm nice all the time. They just assume I'm nice. I got this nice lady appearance. When I go out, strangers smile at me, and I don't even want them to. It's like, leave me alone. Thank God for masks. But, you know, I'm really not that nice. Just yesterday, I parked in a spot reserved for new and expectant mothers. That's kind of questionable, isn't it?
Living on the edge.
Yeah, living on the edge. Living on the edge is parking next to a handicap spot. Yeah. Well, I parked in a spot reserved for new and expectant mothers, and I can't get away with it because I can see people looking at me and judging. And I'm like, what? How new is new? Right, Phil? I am a mother. And I expect my kids to call me on my birthday, so that's expectant, isn't it? Yeah, right. I'm not that nice. One of my passwords is trailer trash. That's got to tell you something. Probably what it tells you is that trailer trash is easier to spell than cul-de-sac trash, which is what I really am. So, yeah, I do still have that AOL account that I've had for 30 years. It just shows I'm loyal. That's all there is. You know what really bothers me about cultural appropriation is that nobody wants to appropriate my culture. just once, I'd like to be able to yell, "Hey, what are you doing wearing those capris with those orthopedic Mary Janes?" Fanny packs are important to my people, you know. Always have been. But yeah, I like all the different neighborhoods in LA. I've been here several times. You can tell what kind of a neighborhood you are in by the availability of ketchup at a McDonald's. Have you ever noticed that? If you're in a nice neighborhood, you can pump all the ketchup you want, right? They've got it out on the counter. If you're in a neighborhood that's maybe not so nice, you have to beg for the ketchup because they've got it in those little packets behind the counter. You have to beg for it. Pretty much like you do at a 4-star restaurant where you have to beg for ketchup and they bring it to you in that little thimble of shame. My husband says, "I'll have 5 of those." Yeah, and another thing, with those ketchup packets, can you ever get those open without using your teeth? No. No, instead of where it says tear here, it just should say bite here. And the ketchup goes all over the place. And another thing about the ketchup pack at McDonald's I've noticed is there's somebody outside the door asking for money, which honestly I don't mind because it's easier than going to church. It's cheaper than going to church because you're cutting out the middleman. You know, your money goes directly. And they always say, "God bless you." So you're getting your religion right there at McDonald's without having to dress up, right? It works. Well, all right. Non-denominational McDonald's. Works for me. Yeah, well, last time I was at one of these ketchup... You've heard this before, haven't you? Last time I was at a ketchup pack at McDonald's, there was a guy out there asking for money, and I gave him $5, and he was walking back into McDonald's to buy to buy food, and then when he got to the door, he realized he forgot to say it. So he turns around and he says, "God bless you, ma'am." And I said to him, "Good luck with the ketchup, sir." So I'm not a first responder. Do we have any first responders here? No. No. Any 43rd responders? Yeah, that's really what I am. 43rd responders. And I think most comics are 43rd responders because we go to an accident scene and we give them a card and we say, "You might not think this is funny now, but later you're going to see the humor in it, and give me a call. We'll write some jokes." So thanks, everybody. You've been a great audience.